Tonight, it's all about birthdays, boyfriends, and bad attitudes. You guys, we've got a lot to talk about, so stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Joey Fatone.
Really?
I don't
Start
know.
out the night with real confessions.
Real confession. Joey Fatone was the backbone of NSYNC.
He was great.
Discuss.
What is up, guys? We're back for another episode, a double episode of Teen Mom, Young and Pregnant. I am your girl, Drew Jones. I cannot do it without the Ron and Hermione to my Harry. What's up, guys?
Perfect.
Perfect the way it works.
What's up, guys? I'm Tyler McKinney. Happy to be here once again.
And I'm Mike Thieling. Happy to be here as well.
We had a really intense discussion about Harry Potter before this, and later on the show, just for fun, we're going to put the girls in the Harry Potter houses because why not? It's Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
So we have two episodes. We did a double episode tonight. Not a crazy packed couple of episodes, but what was your all's overall thoughts of the episode?
I found myself being very disappointed by the boys. Once again, you know, that's nothing new. But we got to see a few of the babies turn one, and the dads just weren't doing their job this time around once again. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'd have to feel these episodes were a little bit lacking. We kind of see them going along. It's a little everyday life and not much out of the dads as expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's going to be hard to pick our Gold Star moment of the week, which you guys are going to have to
I've got mine already.
Oh, snap. Well, you guys are going to have to stay tuned and start thinking of yours because we're going to get into those later in the episode. We also got a really cute baby of the week photo this week. It might be one of my favorites of this season. But let's hop into Miss Briana because I feel like, Mike, your wish finally came true.
Oh, this was the best part of the entire night for me. I mean, I made that prediction so much. Oh, actually, coming back around, if we remember, last week I said I'm not going to predict it because it'll happen, and it came true. Robert's out of here.
He is. So Robert's done. Dunzo, what a surprise. We really miss him so much. But Vanessa, our favorite sister, came to visit.
Yes.
What did you all think of basically Brianna's new plan?
Like as far as going to school and everything, I think it's a good plan. It's coming at the right time. I feel like she was right to break up with Robert. She needed to just let that go. The weight was just holding her down. On top of being stressed and everything, she didn't need that. She works. She needs to just focus on herself and the baby.
I was a little bit disappointed in the way she did it, though. I mean, again, it's so par for the course, right? She gets him on the phone and is just dragging it on, and she's like, well, what do you think? Well, what do you think? And, of course, she wants him to be like, yeah, I don't think it's really working out because she just wants to say, I agree, and just be done with it. But he says, oh, I really miss you guys, and I just want you to call me or answer your phone. It's like, come on, dude. Like, just let this guy down.
Yeah. Have you all ever been broken up with in such a lackadaisical way? Because I was like, this can't be real. Like just the whole phone conversation, I was just sitting there like, seriously?
Yeah. I've never been broken up with. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Nice. Wow.
Excuse us.
I'm sorry, but I've also have never done it that way to someone else because I just felt
the legions of guys.
Because
You've broken their hearts.
I mean, you just
swiftly.
You feel bad for having to let someone down, and especially on FaceTime, you see their face and everything. I do agree. She could have done it in a different way. At least let him know that you feel bad, and maybe you still have. She says does she have feelings for him?
Come on. This was doomed from the start. I mean, they jumped into it after 2 weeks. Love, love, love. Now I have a kid and a hardcore girlfriend and I move across the country. They just were not set up for success. There's too much other stressful stuff going on for this relationship to work out. And then when they shipped Robert back home, what kind of shot do you have then?
Yeah, there's I don't know. Robert.
Well, I am happy for her, though. I'm happy for her in the long run, because I think this actually is best. I don't think she should be with anybody. I think she should focus on the kid, on the job, and going back to school. And I was proud of her for taking that initiative. A lot of people, I feel like they're a little bit wishy-washy with it. She made the effort, she made the attempt to go into the college, to talk to the really casual counselor and at least get some information and get the ball rolling.
Yeah, can we talk about this counselor for 2 seconds? Because, I mean, mind you, it's been a while since I've been in college, but
the counselor just wasn't it.
The counselor was not it. There was a lot, I mean, I didn't go to community college, but from what I've heard, there is childcare available at most community colleges. I just feel like there was a lot of things she was leaving out, and I don't know if maybe that was the producers kind of altering it so there'd be some type of storyline.
Right.
But I was just like, you just don't sound very well versed in your job.
She didn't sound very welcoming either. Like,
No.
I didn't feel excited, I'm coming back to school. I don't think I would have gotten that feeling.
She might have been matching and mirroring, though.
That's
Because Briana's not the most enthusiastic person in general, too.
That's true.
That is very true. But we here at AfterBuzz TV love enthusiasm. We love your enthusiasm, and we want you guys to keep showing us love so we can show you guys love. And Tyler's going to tell you all how you can do that.
Yes, so basically here at AfterBuzz we have shows or after shows for all of your favorite TV shows. Anything you can name, we pretty much have a show for it. Dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and so much more. There is no network that works harder than we do. So by subscribing to our YouTube channel, we'll suggest content that suits you best. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit the subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know that you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
We love you guys or whatever. But for real, I do enjoy the comments that we get from you guys, the DMs about the show. Shout out to Bria, who has been with us for the past couple seasons. And anytime anything ever happens, I can always depend on her to be like, girl, did you hear about this? So shout out to her, because she's our plug.
Shout out to you.
If you will. Someone who doesn't have any enthusiasm ever in life is our girl Lexi, who I love.
Show is starting strong.
Who I love, Miss Lexi. She goes to visit her friend Kirsha, who's in college and lives off of campus. And she takes Tobias, she takes Kyler, and they kind of just do. It's so hard to talk about Lexi and Kyler because everything is done so just nonchalant. Yeah. There's no oomph behind it. But they go and they kind of talk about living on their own. And their friends reveal that, living on your own isn't all that.
Yeah.
Surprise.
I was hoping that she wasn't going to bring Kyler on this trip, because I wanted them to spend some girl time together without the baby, possibly. Because she did get a chance to see what it's like to go be in college and have your own apartment. But, she didn't get that full experience that she could have gotten.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because at the end of the episode, even though her friend was saying how difficult it was and expensive, but they're working hard to make it, she was still really gung-ho on moving out, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, kids at home, if you are not over the age of 18 and
PSA.
you are counting on the days until you can graduate high school and move away, slow your boat, okay? Yeah. Mom, Dad, miss you. Miss all the things you did for me, okay? Bills are expensive.
That's the real lesson of teen mom.
It really is. Things cost money.
Yes.
And you don't earn the money fast
You are
enough.
not ready.
You're not ready. But, so Kyler tells Lexi he's going back to school. And so basically she talks to her mom about helping out with Tobias. And she's down for it. And I love Lexi's parents. I feel like they're so, at the end of the day, they just want what's best for Lexi. And so she kind of has a moment with Kyler and is basically like, listen, I've had to work on some stuff. I understand you had to work on some stuff. But at the end of the day, it's really about Tobias. And I don't want to do anything that makes it difficult to see him.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of that conversation?
I was waiting for Kyler to apologize. Like, something in me said maybe he'll do it, but then on the other hand, we know Kyler, and he's just not a man of many words.
I was excited for him to have some kind of big reaction. I wanted this to be the point where he was very excited. I'm back in the fold. Everything's going to be great, but he was, yep, glad we were able to come. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like a I can't stand Kyler type of thing, because it's not that, because he is one of the very few fathers who's consistently been there from the get-go.
Absolutely.
So kudos to you on that. I just think a lot of times it's very easy when you're 18 or whatever to pretend you know everything and think automatically, because now you're legally able to walk into a strip club, that you're an adult. Right. And that is not the case. Adulthood is so much more than just an age, and Kyler just doesn't act like an adult, and it gets very frustrating hearing how he talks to people, how he talks to Lexi, how he handles issues. And even though I'm glad that Lexi's mom stepped up, because at the end of the day she wanted to see her grandson, I wish Kyler would have, met her halfway.
I feel like it's frustrating watching him, and to his credit, maybe he's just a really private person. That's possible too. I feel like it's frustrating watching him because I don't know what he wants. And I don't know his opinions on anything because he comes off so lackadaisical. So I'm proud of him for wanting to go back to school. I'm proud that at least he mustered up whatever inside of him to go over to the house and at least talk to her mom. So that's fantastic. But I want to really know what his opinions and what his wants really are, besides just moving far away from home.
Yeah. I kind of wish he would snap out of this, like, make-believe, easy world that he feels like it is, because it's not, especially since you have a child, because they were talking outside about him going back to school, like you said, and then Lexi's like, well, now we have to get somebody to watch him. And he's like, well, let's just start asking people. It's like, no, how about we research a daycare? Help me with the situation. He just throws out ideas and doesn't help execute anything.
Yeah, we did get to see something very rare from him, though, and that was a smile.
Love it.
We got to
that
see
was awesome.
I was like, look at your face doing the thing.
But I saw the two of you were like, what? I was like, oh, no, he's flirting. This is him flirting with her. I totally get it. He's messing with her. Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Oh, God.
Your face smiles. We like it. No shade. Do more of it.
That was great.
Yeah. Do it again.
Personality.
I almost shed a tear.
I know. I was like, okay.
But that's what I'm saying. That's his personality coming out. That's what I wanted to see, or what I want to see this whole time.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I want you to grow up a little, but if you're, I'll take the cute moments when we can get them.
Yes.
Ashley is still kind of going through it a little bit. Her and Bar have agreed that Bar's not going to come to Holly's first birthday.
Yeah.
I really think the big issue with Ashley these two episodes was Pastor T. Pastor T is very vocal about Bar, and I want to get your all's opinion on: do you think if Bar never laid his hands on Ashley, do you think Pastor T would like him, or do you think Pastor T just from the get-go is not messing with him?
I don't think she's been on his side since the very beginning. She's a mom, and I feel like moms can usually tell when a guy may not be right for their daughter because they're older. They've seen it all before. Like, before the whole domestic violence thing, she was already talking about how Bar is not... He doesn't do his part when it comes to, like, being financially there. So I think she's always kind of just been against him. I don't know.
I agree. The initial attitude towards him is automatically going to be negative because he got your daughter pregnant, right? So you've got that to start off with. And obviously she doesn't get along with his mom. So there's two strikes, right? But I do think that she could have warmed up to him a lot if he was doing all the right things and really making the effort, which to some extent he was. It's a big problem between the two moms. If he really was able to keep his mom in check more, I think he could have worked his way into her heart doing all the right stuff.
Yeah, I kind of feel like there's no particular formula that could come together for Bar to win in Pastor T's eyes. So I feel like it was a doomed situation from the get-go. I don't, because I think even when Shin was out of the picture, I think Pastor T still found ways to make issues with Bar. And I'm not saying that she was wrong in certain situations, because obviously domestic violence is horrible and never okay. But I think when someone is really working on themselves and trying to take a step back and make themselves better, I think if this is a first-time thing, which as far as we know this is, I think you have to not give them – you don't have to – like, you can decide – you know, I'm not cool with you. And I understand it's your daughter, but I think at the same time, you kind of have to let your daughter live her life and choose what she needs to do.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think he could do it. I think, look, I'll paint a picture.
Okay.
Pre any kind of violence or anything like that. Ashley, Bar, baby, going to church to see Pastor T, Bar getting 2 jobs, Bar going back to school. I bet you he works back into her heart, no problem.
But I feel
that's crazy effort. That's really stepping up and taking responsibility. She says in there, it's easy to say you're a man until someone asks you to be.
Yeah.
If he had fulfilled that, I bet you she would have opened up and warmed up.
The conversation that Ashley and Pastor T had last week when she was saying that Bar doesn't do all this stuff, Ashley didn't necessarily agree with her. So is this Pastor T saying in her eyes Bar isn't doing enough, or is Bar actually not doing enough? Because
is he doing that stuff that I said?
I mean, I don't know how many. I don't think necessarily going to church or something is going to make him. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I'm just saying in her eyes.
Yeah.
If you want to get in good with your mother-in-law or future mother-in-law, these are the things he could have done. Because to Ashley, I think in that conversation, she's saying, okay, he loves Holly, he sees her and loves on her, stuff like that. Pastor T is saying he's not paying for anything. He's not taking care of you guys. Look, they're unable to keep the apartment. It's all these more, what's the right word? Concrete or foundational aspects that he's not taking care of his family that she has a problem with. Yeah, great. He plays with the kid. So what? That's not furthering the family.
No, it doesn't. Being a dad doesn't necessarily just mean being there. I feel like it takes more than just being present to be a dad, and that's what's not happening with Bar, which rubs her mom the wrong way, because now she's moved back in with mom because they can't afford the apartment, and I think part of that is because they don't have enough money. Bar is not really contributing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we don't know the full story. We don't know the full financial situation. Sure. I think moms can often be very protective and can sometimes have an easier time pointing out the flaws in our significant others rather than us. Mm-hmm. Like if you tell my dad to tell you why every relationship I've ever had went wrong, I will never be the blame. He will always blame the other person. That's not the truth.
Are we Skyping him in tonight?
No. Dad? Go to bed, Dad.
Because everybody wants to know.
Go to bed, Dad. Love you.
Drew's dad.
But yeah, I don't know. I think parents kind of see their kids with rose-colored glasses sometimes. Sure. And sometimes it's hard to tell if Pastor T is speaking fact or if she's just only seeing her daughter in a particular way.
Yeah.
If I could just throw in a much lighter comment on Ashley, to me, she always looks amazing out of all the girls. Like, really puts in a lot of effort. You look great.
Yeah,
okay?
She's beautiful.
I feel like there's no downtime with Ashley.
I love it. She looks great. Like, eyebrows always, like, every time I look at her eyebrows, I'm like, they're so good.
The birthday party, which we're going to get into, but the birthday party could have been a photo shoot.
Yes.
The yellow and blue and stuff. Mm-hmm. Big props.
She looked good. She looked real good.
So yeah, we have the birthday party, like you said. It's a under the water themed. Holly looks super cute. Ashley looks super cute, and it's a nice birthday party, which is a nice change of pace in comparison to previous parties that this family.
We're saying that's the energy that should have been present at the baby shower. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, the conversation they have after the party is really what kind of made me realize I don't think Bar is ever going to win over Pastor T. I think Bar could have $1 million and give it all to Ashley, and Pastor T would still find something wrong with him, which she has full right to be upset with what happened. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that her disliking him isn't the new thing. She's disliked him this entire time.
Yeah. Well, I was going to add that it just sucks that Bar wasn't able to be at the first birthday party, because I feel like that was a really big deal, and they mentioned it in the episode. But like, to know that you're not present for your daughter's first birthday because of something you did, because of your actions that didn't have to happen, that is terrible. That's sad. I feel really bad for Ashley because she's the mom. She wanted him there.
Do you think there's a way that he does go there and everything is cool and no problems, and they make it more about Holly?
I think Ashley and Bar and Holly could do that. I don't think Pastor T and outside parties could make it.
But so do you think this could have been like a baptism scenario like we talked about with Kayla and Stephan, where Bar just is literally quiet in the corner, super polite, maybe some pictures just to see the kid and celebrate?
I think it could have been a thing. Bar did still get to celebrate Holly's first birthday with her. It just wasn't aired, and it was its own little thing. Yeah. So he did get to spend time with her. But I do think they could have been together. But I respect Ashley's decision to not have him there because of the situation. Because she has to be comfortable too, and he did put her in a situation where she wasn't okay. And so I'm not judging her at all for not having him there.
Right.
But Bar talks to one of his friends, and I really can give him props for owning up, because he didn't put it on anyone else. He said, I did this to myself. This is what I need to do to fix it. Do we believe him? Do we think he's in it to win it?
I believe him. I think he believes that the reason why it turned out the way that it did is because of him. I just hope that ignites something in him to not go down that path again.
I agree.
I think it's an awesome start. I also think it's easy to say that stuff in front of the cameras to your buddy while you're having dinner. So he's on the right start, and just take the right actions to show it.
I agree. Well, I mean, like we said last week, they are together right now. They were at the reunion taking cute photos and whatnot. So, I mean, here's to a happy family. A not so happy family in the moment. Miss Jade is, Sean finally gets his ID, and she's taking him to the first day of treatment. And she is just really going through it with, as far as finances. We find out her grandma is going through cancer, which sends you positive vibes and love and prayers for that, because that sucks. And her mom is needing a lot of money. Thoughts? Because there's just a lot going on for her.
Mike?
First off, big props. We're using a lot of props. It's a good word tonight.
Yeah.
Celebrate Sean for going through with it and taking that step to get into some treatment. And from what he's saying on the show, it seems like it's really helping him, and it's starting that positive influence. And I really thought that was awesome for him.
Yeah.
Especially after last week, where we went through the whole ID turmoil and it didn't seem like he was really into it. I love that it showed that he was committed and into it this episode. So that was awesome.
Yeah. And he said, too, that he's been going on job interviews. He just hasn't really gotten anything yet. And I get it. Like, you know, you may really want a job, but it's not up to you. Like, as long as you go to the interviews and you apply, that's all you can really do. So I'm hoping that that's true, because Jade is stressed, like crazy stressed, and she needs help financially.
Yeah. I want to give Sean props for the rehab and stuff, but I think it's easy to... I don't want to say it's easy to go to rehab, because it's not, but it's easy to do something when there's no real repercussions of you failing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing he's really doing right now that's putting anything he has on the line. Because as of right now, what Jade's shown us is that she'll take him back no matter what. And he knows that, and she's paying for everything, and she literally has no money because she's paying for everything. And she's asking him if he's paying her back, and he's like, yeah, you know I will. But it's like his words are just empty, because he doesn't hold up to anything.
Yeah.
But if we take their situation right now as it stands in a vacuum, what would you say would be something better? Because as far as I can see, the only thing to be better would be for him to get a job and help contribute, which it seems like he's making an effort to do. So maybe more effort with that. But as far as where their situation is right now, going to rehab, even though I understand what you're saying, but I think it's the best that he can do.
It is, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like because he quit his job, he quit that job, his old job. So it's like, you don't have a job because you chose to quit a job.
Right.
And you lied about it. and now we're in this situation, and it's coming out of my pocket, and there's just no trust. And you're only adding to stress. I just I want full recovery for him, but I almost feel like it would be better for him to take a step back and step away from Jade, step away from Chloe, go do this, fix it on his own, because right now it just feels very performative.
I agree.
Actually, something interesting that popped in my head when you said that, I'm not familiar with those kind of steps or a treatment program like he's doing. I wonder if within that program you're supposed to lean into your family and your kid and girlfriend. Maybe, I don't know if it's the wrong thing to be away, because if he's around them all the time, isn't that a constant reminder of what you're working towards in treatment?
I've had family members who have had to go into rehab, and I can't speak for every rehab 12-step program, but what they had to do is they did have to kind of step back and kind of realize, because it was a codependency type situation. Yeah. And so I feel like that's kind of what's going on. I feel like he is very codependent on Jade. That's just my opinion. I'm not a professional, so don't go on me in the comments, but
it seems like not codependent. Again, none of us are doctors, right? It seems like not codependent in the things he's struggling with, though. So she's not having alcohol or drugs or anything like that around the house, that perhaps that is the most positive environment. If he's away from her and all of his buddies who's causing trouble know that, maybe it'd be easier to slip.
But what does kind of scare me a little is that she's not the one that uses the drugs or the alcohol, but I think that their relationship itself is toxic, and him doing drugs and alcohol might have been the way he escaped all of that. Him leaving the house, that was what he went to do to get out of that situation. So I could see, hopefully this doesn't happen, but if they're having issues at home, him seeking that outside and falling back into it.
Yeah. I can see that. And then also as far as the codependency, I think more so it's no, she's not doing the drugs and all of that, but she is a place where he knows he can always go and lay his head down. Why would you stop trying to do drugs and drink and all of those things if you knew that you could go home to somebody? You know what I'm saying? She almost is yes, he's doing all these things. Yes, she's upset. But at the end of the day, who's taking care of him right now? Her. So it's there's no real, you're going to lose me because you haven't proven that I'm actually going to lose you, because every time you slip up, I'm there to help you fix it. So I don't know. There's no real sense of threat. There's no real sense of danger, because at the end of the day, they're still together as a family. Whether it's technically romantic or not, they're still quote unquote a family.
Definitely. I pray that he sticks with this and doesn't mess it up, because she's paying for it, and because she doesn't have anything left. It's do it for your family, the baby and everything, but then also do it because the woman you love is paying for it, and it's all she has, basically.
I don't know if we know the situation. It's not coming to me, but what the situation with her mother and her mother working is, because it sounds like mom owes her a bunch of money. Mom
won't work, from what I remember from the earlier in the season. Mom just won't work. It's not necessary.
Chooses not to?
Won't work, won't keep a job, and struggles with addiction herself.
Right.
So she can't necessarily keep a job. And we're kind of seeing her mom pop up back into the picture and requesting more money and requesting this and that, which, with her grandmother being sick, who was the main primary caregiver for Jade, Jade's plate is really full right now.
It really is. I'm probably the most disappointed with her mom, because in my mind, the mom, that's when she can come in, sweep in, help with grandkid, help out with some finances and stuff like that. You don't want to be perceived as an extra burden on your kid who's already going through all this stuff. You want to be helping and supporting, and I think mom needs to step up as well.
Yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of people that need to step up for Jade right now, but if we're going to see that from the previews next week, it doesn't feel that.
It doesn't seem good.
Doesn't
feel
that great.
No.
So our girl Kayla is hanging out with Luke, who we kind of saw earlier in the season, and she said it just wasn't right timing, but they're seeing each other now, and Stephan is big mad.
Heated. He's so heated.
Big mad. He flips out. Yeah, he sees that they're together on Luke's Snapchat, and so he shows up at the house and basically says, "I'm gonna kill y'all." Gets upset, blocks Kayla, says Luke can raise Izaiah, all kinds of tomfoolery. What? I don't have a kid, so I don't want to say I understand baby mama drama in that sense. How do you guys feel about introducing new guys to your kid, or them dating the mother of your child or your ex significant other?
Well, I do feel like that's a conversation that needs to be had before you introduce a new guy to your child. How long after you've started dating? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, what's a good time?
That's tough. I think it's individual for everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't have a good sense of how long, based on the editing and stuff, how long we think she's been with Luke when she first introduces him. Mm-hmm. But I think we had this conversation as well with Robert, if I'm not mistaken, and I think it's a lot longer than they have. Izaiah's really young. He wouldn't remember Luke if they did break up. We know they're still together, like we said. So it's probably okay with that. But if you are going to be just dating and not in something serious, I think you don't bring him around the kid.
I remember seeing, and I don't know if it was when she was still pregnant or right after she had Izaiah, but Luke was introduced to us very early on in Teen Mom. So he's not a new person. He's someone who's been around. He's been a friend to her because I follow Kayla on Instagram. He's someone who's been consistently there. So it's not so much that I don't think they're serious or I don't think he's like a good guy or whatever, because I do. I think in Stephan's case, you've done X, Y, and Z to show that you're unfit to be around. And so I think when you don't step up to the plate, you can't get mad at who decides to step up and bat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
amen.
Yes, but what you don't want is another Robert situation, right? Mm-hmm. Because Brayson loves that guy. You could see it over FaceTime. We know. So now that's a big disappointment, and that's not a positive impact on the kid's life. So, yes, it's really cool that he's stepping up, that he's willing to step up and whatever. But I just think you've got to be really guarded, especially they're still super young. Yeah. And I think it's you just got to be really sure. I would need to be 1,000% sure that this got legs and going somewhere.
Yeah. I don't think we saw Luke with Izaiah himself too much, though. I feel like there's a healthy amount of, most of the time that we saw Kayla and Luke together, Izaiah wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I think the
Snapchat of them kind of sleeping, cuddling next to each other is starting to feel to me like it is. Maybe not alone. Yeah. But it's still, you're still getting that role, kind of that responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're just so young and they want to date, and if they don't have anyone to watch the baby, it's like, well, they're going to take the baby with them out to them wherever they're going, the mall or wherever it is. But I think it's just hard to kind of keep your kid away from the new person that you're dating, but you do have to watch it. You have to be very cautious because you don't want to keep bringing new people around, whether the kid remembers them or not. Yeah. It's just not healthy.
And they want to date, but should they? Right? I mean, Briana is, like we said, I think she's got the right idea. She needs to focus on herself, get everything in line. Maybe you don't need to be dating anybody right now.
I think Briana and Kayla aren't in the same category, though, because I think Briana jumps from relationship to relationship. I think we've seen immense growth from Kayla this season, and I think Kayla, there's a lot of qualities in Luke that I see that Kayla obviously went for because she knew that the qualities in Stephan that she used to be attracted to weren't okay. Yes. I think Luke is a huge, huge upgrade from Stephan. And I'm not just talking physical or whatever. I'm just mean spiritually, emotionally. I think he is a lot more alert and self-aware and has his stuff going for him. Yes. And so I'm not mad. I don't know. I think I like Luke.
I like Luke too.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like him too. And I've said the whole time, I think Kayla is one of the ones that has the best head on her shoulders. So obviously, we're just making observations from 30,000 feet. They're in it. Luke's been there from the beginning. He said it, I knew about you before you were pregnant. So he's been there the whole time. If it felt natural and right and everything, the relationship has legs, then great.
Can we talk about why Stephan is upset about this whole thing? Because
of course, because he's hyper jealous.
He's hyper jealous. I feel like he's insecure. That whole egotistic thing is coming out even more because it's like Luke is not. He hasn't done anything to get that reaction from Stephan.
He's a big dude too.
He's a big dude, and it'd be different if Stephan was there and he's he has a job and finally got his license. I don't know why he doesn't still drive, but it's like there's so many things you don't do, and there's another man that's coming in and treating your baby mom the way she should be treated, and you're upset. Why?
Because, and I don't want to I'm not going to say all men or all men are trash.
I'm sitting right here. I'm just
saying if the shoe doesn't fit, don't try to put it on. Don't get offended. So
that's all we're saying.
I'm married.
There is exactly. So the shoe does not fit. You're good to go. But I think that there is this thing where society makes it to where women are supposed to stick it out and be ride or dies and put up with BS that we shouldn't have to. And when we finally don't, and we go on to someone else who's not going to put us through that, I think guys who expect us to have that ride or die mentality get envious almost of the fact that we're ready to do the ride or die mentality for someone else.
Right. Which is so bizarre.
If you just treated her right in the first place, you'd be there.
Right. But that's common with guys, right? Especially young guys. I don't want to be with you, but I don't want anybody else to be with you either. Yeah. It's twisted.
I, to this day, have an ex that literally can detect anytime I'm about to start dating someone or I'm like in likes with someone and always wants to pop up. And I'm like, if you don't get up out of my face and leave me alone, like, it's just like y'all have a radar. Y'all have cameras or something.
They do. Like a sixth
I never
sense.
did that.
Well, that's why you're married.
I just never did. Once I broke up with somebody or they broke up with me, I was pretty well done.
Yeah, thank you next. Ariana Grande. Like,
it's fine.
Leave it alone. And I understand that there's a baby in the situation, so you're obviously still in this person's life.
Well, yeah.
And so that probably complicates things. But I think, Steph, you put yourself in this situation.
Right.
You cheated. You put the hands on her. You verbally and emotionally abused her. You are the common denominator of this. You did this to yourself. That girl loved you endlessly, was heartbroken with all the things that you did.
She wanted to be with him. We saw it over and over again. She was like, I want to be together with you. And he was like, oh, fine, kid. Like, yeah, absolutely. And I think this just goes back to the theme of the entire show. They're really, really young. Mm-hmm. So this is obviously the immature way to deal about it because this could actually be a fantastic situation for them. There's a very adult, great way to handle this entire thing. I know we're going to talk about the party, and I think there's a perfect way he could have handled the entire thing.
Yeah. We gotta wrap up the show pretty soon, so let's hop into the party really quick.
Yes.
So it's a train themed party.
Cute outfits, girls. Wow. I'm loving the outfits on Teen Mom. The coordination of the conductor outfits. Big fan.
Mm-hmm. Devin, Annabelle, and Kayla really are on it with the matching outfits, and I'm
a great little friend group.
So Stephan shows up and he's upset because
besides all the back talking to her mom.
He decides to show up and he's upset that Luke is there setting up. So he walks outside and talks to his mom. I think maybe I'm in the wrong. I don't know. Maybe you guys aren't going to agree with me.
Also be controversial.
I think that Kayla's mom should have just let him have his moment
with the baby.
To have her moment with the baby and then to kind of just let him vent his frustration, because what you meant by going in there and getting Kayla and hyping the situation up, his mom, as we've seen so many times, has really been able to get through to him, talk him down, and kind of give him this unbiased opinion. And we were robbed of that learning moment because her mom, once again, wants to be the fly on the wall and get all up in the business. And so I was just it wasn't necessary for you to go get Kayla and to start all that, because I had full faith that his mom was going to be able to get him to calm down.
Yeah. And like you said, in the past, she's been able to get him to calm down. And we saw it again a little bit before things got a little bit more crazy. But God, I just wanted it to go well. Like, he showed up and I'm like, okay, he's going to, he's just going to be able to do well in this situation. But once again, I don't know why he was upset. He could have helped too, right?
I wondered, seriously, I think I made a joke about it when we were watching, but I wonder seriously if her mom was at all worried about him taking the kid and jumping in the car and going.
Oh, man, that would have been crazy.
It's possible.
I mean, it's possible. I just think, I think her mom is sometimes really oversteps boundaries in the sense of, she thinks she knows what's up all the time. And I understand that because that's your mom. She's just being protective. A lot's happened. I understand it. But I think in that particular situation that we missed a chance for his mom to be like, at the end of the day, this is your son's birthday and you should just go in there. Because he could have just left. He could have just left in that moment when he saw Luke. He could have peaced out and whatever. But instead, he stopped. He held his baby and he called his mom and was trying to talk to his mom about the situation. And to me, not that I like Stephan, not that I'm caping for Stephan, but to me, that says he wanted her to help him out in this situation, to help him kind of find his level ground.
Yes.
No.
No, you don't think so?
Because look, this is how adult, mature Stephan could have handled this whole situation right there. Get the baby, FaceTime mom. Hi, Grandma. Oh, yeah, no, everything's great. We're having a fun time at the party. Da-da-da. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Yeah, I'm going to go in. Let me help decorate and blah, blah, blah. That's it. He didn't need to start trashing Kayla. He didn't need to talk about how he's feeling some type of way because the boyfriend's there, which we all knew he was going to be there from the beginning. So you knew that already going over there. And he built himself up and he puffed his chest out and he got all hype or whatever when he got there. And you didn't need to do any of that. Could have been super civil. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Stephan. Great. Oh, I get to see my baby. Show Grandma. It could have been a real mellow, cool situation that would have, again, like we've talked about this entire time, worked to rebuild the relationship and put a plan in motion to make everybody happy.
Yeah, that's what could have happened, and that's what should have happened.
It should have,
honestly. But Stephan, you could see it. Like the minute he walked in, he was kind of just like, "Where's Izaiah?" Like, what? It's like he gets this flustered.
He didn't even say hi.
He didn't say hi to anyone.
So would mom have had that same reaction if on FaceTime he really was just like, "Hi, Grandma, da-da, so happy," and just happy, or if he started trash talking and being negative and bringing it back to that level?
We've seen his mom bring it back a lot of times when he was really hyped up. I'm not saying he handled things the best. I just think like you can't expect a penguin to fly. You know what I'm saying? Like there are certain things that if I can't expect Stephan to do certain things that he hasn't shown us all season, but if I see a tiny effort, whether that's just calling his mom and like having to vent to her, like I'm not trying to throw him a bone, but I think to say that he could have done a lot worse, I'm gonna try to understand where he's coming from. I kind of understand where he's coming from. I'm not saying it's right. But I think his feelings in his own mind are valid, and I applaud him rather than blowing up and making a big hoopla of everything that he called his mom and tried to talk it out. And I just wish that Kayla's mom would have just minded her business for like 5 seconds.
Has Kayla's mom seen what we've seen and seen his mom calm him down? Because I don't think so. So again, I'm trying to look, because we know I'm team mom.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at it from her perspective. That's really danger zone to me. And he's cursing in front of the kid. It's just not a happy situation.
Which, I mean, in all fairness, when Kayla was talking to Stephan about stop cursing, she started cursing like 2 seconds later.
Did everybody see that?
But I think, like, I don't know. Because, I mean, no, maybe she hasn't seen how his mom is. But I think it wasn't necessary for her to go in there and tell Kayla, yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, he's talking ish. But I don't know. I just feel like if you wanted a smooth ride and you wanted Stephan there, just let him be a child for 2 seconds. Let him hold his kid. I don't know. It's just a bummer because like eventually with stuff like this, eventually these kids are going to grow up and see this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Something has got to give. Whether it's Stephan apologizing for all he's done wrong or her mom just kind of not being in the business. Like
it's gonna come from. It's got to come from him. I think it's got to come from Stephan. It's got to come. This party should have been. I'm there early, civil, help set up.
Because he was there on time.
Well, he wasn't setting up. Luke was setting up.
I think he was ready to though, but he saw Luke.
You had some hate for Luke, right there.
I didn't have it. I think when you come in, because listen, I'm a child of divorce. I have I have a stepmom and a stepdad. And I think when you're coming into a relationship and there's kids involved, there are certain things that you don't get to speak on. My stepdad is never going to get to speak on my dad, in my opinion, and his opinion be valid. Vice versa for my stepmom and my mom. There are just certain things that I think you are there to support your spouse, but you don't get to speak on the father or mother of their child if you're not helping the situation. And I don't think Luke sitting there and like talking all that smack, like that wasn't helping the situation.
Just recuse yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Nope. Just be quiet. And I
be
like
the bigger person and come out looking better too.
Exactly. And I like Luke, and I understand that they're young, but I just like that. That's not your moment to start talking.
Yeah, no. Like you said, it's not helping anything. If anything, it's going to make it worse.
And just chime in. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was going to say, because you're going to make Stephan even more upset than he already is.
Exactly. You were going to escalate that situation.
Yeah.
Quick chime in from our awesome chat. Cammie says she would wait 6 months to introduce child to a potential boyfriend.
I think that's
6
fair.
months. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have kids. I do know I'm very picky with who I let pet my cat. So,
fair enough.
Not all boys I date get to meet Dolly.
Yeah.
So I understand completely the woes of motherhood.
You basically got it nailed.
Basically, I'm a professional.
That's it. Basically.
Well, let's do something a little more fun.
That sounds good.
Let's get more happy with it.
Yes.
Let's hop into our MVP or our Gold Star moment of the week.
Yes.
Oh man.
I always love the sound effect. For those of you who are new to the show, Gold Star moment of the week is just, a lot of BS happens on the show. Sometimes we like to keep it positive. We like to throw a bone to someone who, kept it together in the moment. So, Mike, who is your Gold Star moment of the week?
I am embarrassed because I cannot remember her name. Sorry, but it's Stephan's mom.
Oh,
because on the phone, I think she gave him the exact correct advice. Don't let anybody stop you. And this is not just for kid stuff. This is just in life. Don't let anybody stop you from what you need to do. Be a man, step up, and be at the birthday party. That was the perfect advice. I don't think he took it and acted on it correctly.
Yeah.
But I thought that was awesome the way she told him.
Yes. I agree with that one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Thank you. I highlighted it as soon as it happened, so I have a moment.
Yes. I would say my gold star would go to Luke.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
Okay.
Because I feel like it takes a lot to just jump into a relationship with someone who's had a child with someone else, especially being as young as they are.
That's true.
That's not easy, and a lot of people would not do that. I'm one of those people that are kind of like teetering on not jumping into a relationship.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Fair, yeah.
It's definitely harder, but I think he's handling it very well. And there's cameras around, and he's having to deal with Stephan and all that drama. So yes, gold star moment.
Mine is gonna go to Kayla's mom, or not Kayla, Lexi's mom, for just putting Tobias above everything, above her distaste for Kyler. Girl, join the club. But I don't know. I just thought that was very big of her. I just like her a lot. I think she's a really dope mom, and I think, at the end of the day, that was what was best for Lexi and Tobias. So kudos to her.
Nice.
You guys, in the comments, let us know who your all's MVP, or not MVP, Gold Star moment of the week. And we will chat with you guys throughout the week or whatever. Let's do my favorite segment, Baby of the Week.
Jonathan?
I can't. It's just like... It's like I just have to go take birth control. I just like pop out all the birth control, take it like Skittles, and be done with it. But this week, our baby of the week is the birthday girl.
Yeah.
Look at her, Miss Holly. Honestly, she's so cute.
This is one of the coolest pictures.
It's so cute.
It looks like she's taking a selfie.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
And I love the caption that Ashley put on it, where it's like, "I'm listening, girl," because it's true. It looks like Like when you go tell your friend, you're about to go tell your friends like this crazy story, and like your friend posts up and it's like, what happened?
Yes.
It looks like she's live streaming and she's reading the comments and interacting with everybody right now.
She looks
so cute.
It's awesome.
so much like Ashley.
Yeah, she
and
does.
Bar at the same time.
Yes. Perfect mixture.
So cute. So cute. But that's on Ashley's Instagram. Super cute. Let us know who your all's baby of the week is, you know. Check out their Instagrams. They're always posting. Whenever I have baby fever, I just go to the Teen Mom pages because their kids are so cute. Shout out to Izaiah and his Hot Topic bang.
Yeah.
This episode, he looked like a cute little emo boy that I probably would have had the biggest crush on in high school. Because everyone had that Hot Topic.
We're running out of time. You got to rapid fire Harry Potter here.
Okay. So we were talking about Harry Potter before the show. We're going to tie it into Teen Mom because I am a full believer that you can tie everything into Harry Potter. So we're going to put the girls in the Hogwarts houses. We have Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and Gryffindor. Let's just go down the line. Jade.
Jade is Ravenclaw.
You think so?
I was going to say Gryffindor, but I can rock with Ravenclaw. Briana, Hufflepuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kayla, Gryffindor. Lexi.
Ooh, that's
Slytherin.
Slytherin, yeah.
Slytherin?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's in her. And Ashley.
I think Ravenclaw.
I think Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Ravenclaw.
Because you said Ravenclaw's like this. They're like the one. Yeah. No, she's the one.
Yeah. So you guys, let us know if you're Harry Potter fans.
Rehouse them.
Let us know. House them. We're like, why not? Why not house them? That might be fun. We don't have any news and gossip tonight, but because it was a double episode tonight, and because next week is also double episodes, there is a lot of speculation that the show is getting canceled. We don't know for sure. Yeah. The girls have kind of made it seem like it's getting canceled, but there's also contradicting reports that it's not getting canceled. So once we know, guys, we'll let you all know. But as far as we know, it's still up in the air. There's still decisions to be made. Yes. But let's hop into predictions in case there is a future for them.
Ooh.
There's at least next week.
Yes,
at least. Okay, I think I have one.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so what I think is going to happen, at the end of this episode, we saw that Luke and Stephan kind of got into a little argument. I'm guessing this is like right after her mom went and told Kayla.
Yeah.
What I think is going to happen is Luke is going to be like, I'm right here. What do you have to say? And then Stephan's just going to be standing there looking crazy because he doesn't want to say it to his face. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't think they're going to fight or anything, but I do feel like Stephan's going to have to confront Luke face to face.
Wow. That would be very interesting.
I'd
like
excited
to see
for
that.
Like David and Goliath.
Yes.
I want to do a real positive prediction. I think Sean's going to stick with treatment, and he's going to do a good job for the final episodes of the season here.
Okay. Trying to think of the other mom situations. I want to see Ashley start this next chapter. I want to see her in school. I want to see, her working. I'd like to see Ashley in therapy. Not like because I think she's crazy or anything like that, but I think therapy is important for everybody, and I would like to see her kind of work through these emotions. We got to see it last episode with her in therapy, and I thought that was dope. I'd like to see her continue that because I think it would be great for her.
Yeah.
Be great for everybody.
Yes.
So
Got to see her outfits for the finale because this is it.
Fashion icon.
Come on.
We stand. But you guys let us know in the comments what you guys are thinking next week's going to happen. It's a season finale, so let's hope something gets popping. You know, hopefully it's not Stephan. But until next time, I'm your girl, Drew Jones. You can follow me on all the things at OKDrewJ.
I am Tyler McKinney. You can follow me at Tyler S. McKinney on Instagram and at Tyler McKinney on YouTube.
And I'm Mike Thieling. You can find me everywhere at Mike Thieling. Thank you so much for watching.
All right, guys. We'll see you all next week.
See ya.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.